Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Fishing the Foothills. My name's Jake, and I am out at one of my local lakes. It is Folsom Lake. It's actually one of my favorite fisheries. Spawn here is really good. There's a lot of spotted bass. Lately, the summer bite has been super tough, but we are going into that fall transition right now. Sorry I haven't put out a video in a while. I actually did go fishing last week, and all of my footage was pretty much ruined. I've got some good stuff on GoPro. I only had 2 good catches anyways, and I was over at Rollins Lake, but let me roll those clips for you right now. Go. First one of the day. There's my coffee. There's fish. It's about 2 pounds. Wow, guys. Hands down the weirdest catch I've ever had in my life. It's because the drag wasn't set. Man, he's pretty. Surprisingly, right in the top of the mouth. Fish number 2, guys. Not a bad fish. Pretty spot. Solid 1.5 pounds. And sorry, that second catch was probably one of the sloppiest catches I've ever had. I pretty much thought it was snagged in a tree. Well, it was snagged in a tree. I popped it loose, and then next thing you know, a fish came up and hit that swim bait. Yeah, and then I went to go set the hook, and the drag wasn't set, so it was a mess, but I still got it in the boat. The last video, I actually told you about the fall transition. All the bass are going to be starting to school up, and they're going to move up a little bit shallower because they want to get to that warmer water as it gets cooler. They're pretty much going to be trying to go after their bait fish. They're going to ball up the bait fish and push it up back in like a cove, and they're all going to eat from there. So the hardest part is actually finding those fish, which can be tough. But once you find them, that's when you can actually start laying some big ones. They're all eating real heavy, trying to get ready for the winter. You will have to fight through some of the small fish to get to the big ones. But once those small fish get riled up enough and they start eating that bait that you're throwing, and you really want to imitate what your bait fish are. A lot of times it's shad, bluegill, something like that. It's going to be swim baits. I got walking bait that I'll be throwing on for top water. Anything that'll imitate that shad. So I probably won't be making any more videos for a couple weeks, only because I have a newborn baby due in a couple days. So right now I'm on call, that's why I'm actually sticking local. But you will see me fishing other big fisheries. I do go out to Clear Lake, and I will be hitting the Delta as much as I can. That's not that far away from me. I mean, Delta is probably one of the best fisheries in California. I love to do some punching out there. You'll see a lot of that. Fishing Bullard's Bar, Lake Comanche, maybe Parody. Oh, fish just boiled up right there. So yeah, I will be getting out on those big lakes. I love New Bullard's Bar because you got some of the world record spotted bass out there. But for now, I'm gonna get get settled with a new baby and my wife and our other child, so my hands will be full. All right, guys, well, let's get to fishing. Hopefully I can get some good spotted bass. I mean, maybe I'll get lucky and get a smallie or a largemouth. Today I'll be fishing kind of back in the coast, like I was saying. I actually have a river inlet that I'm gonna go up to and see what I can get out of there. I'm gonna start off with topwater and then I'll go fish the current. All right, see you guys out there. Freaking hit the water and he just took it. Large. All right, guys. First fish, 290. Almost 3. Nice largemouth. Out here at Folsom. I mean, he seriously hit this thing maybe 6 inches of water. Pretty fat looking sexy fish right there. All right, let's get him back in the water. All right. Yeah, let's get another. Alright guys, I got that first fish on my walking bait. This is a J Walker 110. Got a nice rattle to it. I mean, he literally hit that thing when it hit the water though. Usually you gotta walk it a bit. I got it on actually 50-pound braid right now. A little excessive, but I just wanted some floating line. That's the only stuff I had. But yeah, I mean, he hammered this thing right when it hit the water, so I'm pumped on that, dude. Let's get another one. Here, guys. Nice little guy. I'm just fishing this current. I'll show you guys what I'm fishing in just a second. He had a little red California craw crankbait. Alright, I'm getting back in the water. These trout are fragile. Alrighty, guys. God, that is bright. So I'm fishing just this little creek inlet. If you ever see current, always fish current. Current always holds fish. I mean, bait just pushes down in the current and they feed like frenzies out of there. I put a little small California craw crankbait on that, and I'll show you that. Oh, you can actually see it right behind me now. That current right there. All right, let me go get another one. Hopefully next one's gonna be a bass. All right, guys, morning update. So far I've just had the one bass in the morning, and he was right on that rock and super shallow. The other one was a little rainbow or kokanee. I'm actually not 100% sure. The kokanee are the main bait fish actually in here, so that's why I'm throwing it's a little shimmer shad with a little underspin on it. But I haven't got anything else. It's been kind of tough. I'm heading out of this creek channel right now, so I'm gonna go try drop shotting and jigging some trees. I'm gonna putt around, see if I can find anything deep, anything off ledges. Yeah, hopefully I get a couple more. I've heard the fishing out here has been super tough. I did a little research before I came out, and everyone said it's been really hard lately with this transition. But yeah, hopefully I can find them and get some in the boat. All right, catch you guys in a bit. guy. It's alright, hit that swim bait. Another little dude. I was using that little swim bait. Where's she at? Oh, well, she's hooked up right now. I'll show you in a sec. But before I was just reeling in real slow. Now I started giving a tug, crank real quick, let it drop, tug, do the same thing, repeat. Alright, let's get this little guy back in the water. Let me show you what I was using. Little underspin swim bait, just tiny, little biospawn. Got it from Carl's Bait Shop and Tackle. If you guys want, I can always link all my gear, all my baits that I'm using for the day. Just let me know if you want that. That was cool. I don't know if you guys saw that. Tiny little guy. Oh, come here. Calm down. Oh, I ripped your little lip apart. Tiny little guy. Dude, I just threw it right in this little brush right here. I'll show you guys in a second with a little jig. Thank you, Bass Union, for that. But man, he hammered it. It was on the drop. Hey, what's going on, guys? So I'm back home now. Today on the lake was not all that bad. I mean, I got 4 fish, 3 of them bass. Only the first one was of decent size. And then I got that one trout that was in the current. Let me show you guys what I was using today. First one was on this drift walker right here. It's a drift walker 110. The topwater bite, always go for it in the morning. It was a little bit windy, so it was kind of tough to throw. I pretty much put it 6 inches from shore, right next to a pile of rocks that I saw going into the water, and I mean, the thing must have landed on its head. I mean, it hit the water, it just slurped it right on up. So that means that they were up pretty shallow, and there was literally one twig I think it was hanging out at. The next one was that trout in the current. So always fish current. I mean, if you know, there's always going to be fish there. I mean, there's just always so much bait that just flows down, so you want to throw up in the current and reel it back at you. Those fish are just hiding behind rocks and waiting to ambush whatever goes on by. And I was throwing this little square bill crankbait, California crawl color. I also threw in some shad color there, but no bass. Yeah, I guess trout were just hanging out. And then after that, I got it on a underspin swim bait. I was using these. They are 3-inch shad on the other little underspin. You pretty much want to find grass. Wherever grass is growing in the fall transition, that's where they're going to stay. In my lakes, there's not many grass patches, so it was really hard to find. And I found one grass patch, and I got that fish on it. I kept throwing back in there, and I just couldn't get another. I know that there was more in there. I was marking them, but I must have spooked them. Next one was only about 50 feet away from that, and I was using, that was actually a really cool catch. Tiny little fish. Pretty sure I ripped his lip off. But it was a really cool catch because I saw one little opening in this brush pile. Gave it a little toss on in, and it was a slow sink down. I was using this Bass Union jig, which, thank you, Bass Union. I love your jigs, man. He uses these small light wire hooks that are perfect for around where we live. I don't need anything too big and too bulky, and it's a football jig. It was actually an all brown one. This is brown and orange, but I lost the brown one. I'm gonna have to order another. And I also had a Kraken Craw from Guggen Baits on the back. It was a green pumpkin color. But yeah, that thing just started sinking down. It was about a foot down. I mean, it was crystal clear water right there, and I just saw this little bass just come right on out and just smacked it. I set that hook a little too hard, I think. But yeah, I mean, those were the baits I used. Really, it wasn't that bad of a day. I mean, 4 fish, can't really get angry with that. I would like bigger size fish, but I'll have to go to some different lakes for that. Definitely want to go to the Delta next, but I gotta wait till my newborn baby is here, boy number 2, and then I'll probably be free to go out and hit some new water. Alright guys, well thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button if you liked it, hit the subscribe button if you want to see some more. Alright guys, catch you next time.